Hi, I'm Greg Stissel, and we're about ready to do some down-home dining. I'm here in Frydek, Texas with Patricia Villafranca, and she is the owner of Ermis Double E Grocery. And tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is a building that goes back to 1934 and 35. It was operated as a gas station and a tire shop and an auto repair shop. And across the street was a general store and bar called Balloonik Store. And after the Balloonik Store was no longer operating, this became the Ermis Grocery, and they became the neighborhood grocery store and bar. It took us about a year to renovate the property. We really had to get in and replace everything, the wiring, the ductwork, everything. And we opened for business at the very end of November 2017. So we've been open for 4 months now.
Okay. And how well have things been going?
Oh, it's been going great, despite the freezing cold winter that we have had, because some of our biggest space for customers to sit in is our outdoor space. But we do have an enclosed patio where even on a cold night with a heater in there, it's very lovely and you can be outside with the stars. And on the nights when it's comfortable and warm outside, the patio fills up, and its business has been very good.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Patricia. What brought you to Frydek and Ermis's?
Well, my husband and I have lived in Sealy for the past 22 years, and we're both retired recently from law enforcement jobs. And I had always talked about having a little place where I would make homemade soup every day. I love to cook. I'm a very good cook. I am not the head chef here. I have someone who knows far better than I do how to be a head chef, but I love to cook. And so my dream had always been to have a little place where I could make homemade soup. And once I was retired and this place was on the market, I loved this building. It's a beautiful old building that's got soul, it's got character, and too much in Texas of this is gone. Everything's been replaced with a strip mall. Everything's been replaced with a mini mart, and I just couldn't bear to see this building not get purchased and not get renovated. So it ended up being a lot larger restaurant than what I envisioned a little counter, where I'd have, 8 ladies eating soup. Right. Now we can sit, when the patio's full, we can sit 140 people here. It's a lot of moving parts. Okay. But I think that we made the best use of this property by, having the seating in here as well as the seating outside. All right, here we go. Good. Here's some of our food, Greg. What do we got?
We have an Asian chicken soup.
There's a camera coming right down on the food, and those are our Pickle Bombs.
And this is our Brisket Burger.
Oh, wow.
Now, why do we call it a Brisket Burger?
Because it has a blend of ground brisket and chuck and bacon.
Yeah. We get the meat from the Belleville Meat Market. We make our patties by hand here in-house, and there's not another burger like it. Some people think it's a brisket sandwich. It's not. It's a burger, but it has some flavors that it's some additional moistness and some additional smokiness you're not going to get if you just ordered a burger that was just chuck.
Right.
And it also comes with our house-made special cheese sauce, which is a blend of cheeses, and not like any other cheese you're going to get on a burger either.
Handmade patty,
with caramelized onions.
Wow.
And so we have our lettuce cup, which has pickles, onions, pickled red onions.
That we pickle in-house. We pickle our own onions. Lisa does that. So you get all the fixings you could ever want. And then don't forget those. We do those in-house. Look at that beautiful thing. Now that you show to the camera.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
I mean, that looks really good.
And our fries, there's no better fries in the county than our fries. We call them ultra crispy fries.
It is a messy burger, but it's
a 3-napkin burger.
And it's worth it.
Oh, that's,
We need a napkin over here.
Please. That is wonderful. It is. It is a 3 napkin
There's
burger.
a little smokiness and a little
Very.
bit of moisture and
Yeah, that is so good. Now you get the meat from where?
Belleville Meat Market.
Do you still need that mayo?
Yeah,
No, you really don't.
yeah.
It's funny. It has a,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You really don't. It has a real good flavor to it. I can't even quite. You're right. It's got a smokiness to it, and you can tell it's a very lean burger.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a
very lean.
greasy burger.
No, it's not. I think that's probably the most surprising part. You expect it's, but it's not. It's lean, but it's not dry. It's still juicy. There's a spot.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes, it stays juicy, so you don't really need a sauce.
That is wonderful.
The star of this burger is the meat. That's when you want to be able to taste it. I feel that if you have to put mayonnaise or mustard or ketchup, you're masking the meat.
Or you're trying to make up for a dry
Yes.
patty by
That's
putting
flavorless.
something on it.
Right.
What do you think of those
Oh, the
fries?
fries are wonderful. What's
Yeah.
on these?
Just salt.
Yep.
They're just salt. But
Yep.
I see they got a little bit of crinkly on them. Is that?
Yeah, they come with very, I wouldn't call it a batter, but they
No,
have a
a little
coating,
dusting.
a little dusting.
To keep 'em crunchy.
Those
Okay.
will still be crispy. If you were chatting with a friend as you ate, 10 minutes have gone by, those are still going to be crispy.
They are good. I was to say, are you sure it's just salt? Golly. Wow. Okay, so I want to keep
We
going.
can give you a go box.
Uh,
That's
I,
right.
Take all this
I want
out.
to keep going, but okay, let's move on to what is now these. This is what we came here for.
These are the pickle bombs.
Okay.
And these
Let
are
me move the soup out of the way because it's going out.
an appetizer you're not going to find anywhere else. And it is a very high quality smoked ham, cream cheese with a blend of our spices, I'm not going to say which, smoked Gouda, jalapeno, pickles, and a nice crunchy panko batter.
And the
is-
sauce is also.
Yes, it is a green tomatillo, salsa, and ranch combination that we came up with in our Double E kitchen.
Wow. That is. That is wonderful. Now this is what?
This is a green tomatillo salsa ranch dip.
So it's got salsa in it.
Oh yes.
Okay.
That we make here in house
It's
as well.
in-house. Yeah, house made.
If
That
it can be handmade, we do it.
Okay. Man, that is. Oh, that
Yeah.
was. That's wonderful.
We have people say, I don't even like pickles, but I love the pickle bomb. And then other people, of course, if you love pickles, they order them right away. Then the other person at the table who says, oh, I don't want one, I don't like pickles, they always end up taking a bite and saying, wow, I love that.
When I first heard of the pickle bomb, I was thinking like a pickle spear or something
Yeah.
just dipped in batter, and I thought, well, I bet you that's good. No, this is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, I still want to keep going, but. Ugh.
Okay. You still have one more. You
No,
want to
I was
try?
going to say I don't want to quit. I don't want to move. I don't want to move on. But okay, this one is
This is our Asian chicken soup,
okay.
and it is chicken cooked, pressure cooked in ginger and onion and garlic, lots of spices, and carrots, celery, and we top it with fresh cilantro and green onions with our
You want to
coconut
put some of this
jasmine
in it
rice.
because
Yes,
that rice has flavors
it
that go with the
kicks
soup.
up the flavor.
Now,
Coconut jasmine
sesame-
rice
with sesame
seeds.
with coconut jasmine rice.
Yes.
Now, is this your
And yes,
creation?
this is Frydek, Texas, and you're eating coconut jasmine
I was
rice.
just gonna say
Yes.
this is.
We
You
have
put it all in there.
No, you add
add
it
it at a
as you
time.
want to, as you're eating it.
Pat got me addicted to making soups.
I
And
told
so
him my
now-
original little plan was just to have a tiny little restaurant that serves soup. We've got so much more than that now. but-
Yes.
Oh, that is.
But we make our soups fresh daily, and we really take pride in the soups. We always want to push the boundaries and offer something that you cannot get anywhere near here.
Oh yeah. On a cold day,
Yes.
all day long.
Our soups run the gamut. People are amazed that on the side of the road in Frydek, Texas, they can get a carrot ginger shrimp soup. Or
What all kind of soups do y'all have?
Oh,
there's
my
the sky's
goodness.
the limit. We haven't even hit we see a recipe or we think of a recipe that we create and we work it out.
And we're always, at least once a week, we try to come up with a completely new recipe that we have never made before.
Okay. Now, is that all available I mean, you can order those at any time, or is it certain days?
No, certain days.
Well, there's no set schedule.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
just
thing,
whatever we feel like doing for that day.
Okay, so when you come here, basically, you don't know what kind of
Well,
soup
no,
you're gonna
if
have.
you follow us on Facebook, you
We
will
always
know.
let you know
will
every
know.
day what the soup is.
Okay, and what's the Facebook?
It's Ermis Double E Grocery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This is wonderful, ladies. Now, tell me how the two of y'all met.
Well, actually, through a mutual friend. We live like, what, 1 block away from each other?
But we didn't know each other.
Didn't know each other, and
But the lady that lives halfway between us on the same block knew both of us.
yes.
Okay.
And our mutual friend said, you know what?
You sound just like her.
I have a friend that's opening up a bar and a restaurant, and she needs a good cook. And I said, well, introduce us. And that was pretty much all it took. Once we got in the kitchen together and we started cooking, we knew it was magic.
I think we tried to pick a menu that the people of this community in this region would enjoy. And, you know, if all we served was sushi out here, you know, we'd have some people who just loved that.
Right.
But we just tried to make a menu that appealed to all different older people, people with kids, people who are on a date, and, you know, more bar type food, because this was traditionally a bar. People would come here to enjoy beer with their friends and neighbors, so we wanted foods that kind of went with that feel.
Right.
And it's
right.
also, I believe, that all of our foods that we offer may be simple food, but it's also comfort foods. You
Right.
come here and we want you to leave saying, man, that was a great meal. And I think that we have accomplished that.
Well, I tell you what, it was wonderful. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, you're going to go in the
Closes it?
kitchen.
Yeah,
for a
we're
little
going
bit
to
later,
we're
so
going
she
to
can
we're going to
go.
move on to the tour now.
Yeah.
And but anyway, y'all stick around. We're going to move on to a tour of Ermis's, and Patricia's going to show us around and tell us all the amenities that they have here to offer the public.
This is the bar at Ermis Double E Grocery now. We serve many varieties of very cold beer. We have a terrific wine list of reds and whites, and we have margaritas. The bar I'm standing behind actually used to be located in a business that was older than Ermis's, that was across the street from this property called Balunek's store. This was Joe Balunek's bar. The bar stools were the Ermis bar stools. So I think they look great together. Milton Ermis had actually purchased this bar and had it in the Cotton Gin across the street, and we found it when we were cleaning things up. We had no idea that it was there. It was covered in sheets, and we were able to clean it up and bring it over here. And it's just a great piece of Frydek history that never left Frydek, and now it's back in use again. The Budweiser carousel here was always hanging at the Ermis Grocery, and it still hangs in the Double E. There, I have, when we opened, a good friend of mine who, it turns out that Joe Balunek was her stepdaddy. She brought me a photograph from the 1950s of families and gentlemen in fedoras and, you know, a whole nother era all congregating around this bar. It looks like it was probably taken after church on a Sunday. The little girls are in their dresses, and I love it. I've identified almost everybody in the photograph, and once I get them fully identified, I'm gonna, you know, put it under lucite and have it here on the bar. This door came from the Cotton Gin across the street. It was the sliding door where they would receive your cotton. You'd back up and they would slide this open. And we noticed when we were cleaning things up that employees at the Cotton Gin had been signing their names on this door. I believe the oldest year was 1954. So we have signatures here, 1954 employees, 55, 62, 59, 63. And people come in here all the time and say, that was my late husband, or that was my dad. I've had 2 gentlemen who said, that's me. So they, who came in and found their own names on the door. This is the front panel from the part of the Cotton Gin that was called the separator. This is what separated the cotton and the seeds. The seeds would go off down a little chute, and they would be made into cottonseed oil, and then the cotton would go into the presses. And a gentleman who actually used to work over there, I thought that they would open these doors and put the cotton in it. He said, no, 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 the cotton went in up over the top. You know what these doors were for? He said when it got jammed up, you'd have to reach, you'd open the door and reach your hand right into the gears, unclog them. So he said, yeah, it was really dangerous, but that's what these doors were actually for, was for the employees to reach in and clear any debris that was in the way of the blades and the threshers in there. So we just wanted to, honor what this property always was, and we wanted to bring some pieces of the cotton gin over here and incorporate them into the restaurant. Well, back here, when we purchased the property, there was a really big dead tree. I mean, really big. It was quite a chore getting it off the property. The house was actually in great shape, but you would never know that. It was so surrounded by growth, weeds, and trees that you could hardly tell that it was there. We managed to clear out all the debris that was back here and put in this beautiful deck. Inside one of the storages that was out here, we found all these duck decoys, and all of them have different names of the Ermis brothers written on the bottom of them. So we didn't want to get rid of those. We put them on our fence, and they look great there. We put in a second bar because we know that outdoor space to have drinks with your friends is not something that we have a lot of out here in our county. So we built a whole second bar. And behind the bar, we have a private patio that goes with the private event room. And we had this beautiful tree, which is actually just, the most beautiful thing out here is this tree. So we chose to keep it right in the middle. We have a fire pit up in the tree that when it's lit at night, it looks amazing. And we went ahead and put a bar to sit at all the way around the bottom. We have another large patio for smokers over there. So there's plenty of really nice space, whether you're a smoker or a non-smoker. So this is the back patio. It's a private space that comes when you reserve the private party room. So if you wanted to have a birthday party or retirement party or family reunion dinner, you could reserve, we call it the Goldmine Room because Milton Ermis's nickname was Goldmine, and he grew up in this house. And along with the Goldmine Room, you would get this beautiful patio space for the use of your guests. And we'd put a bartender for your event out here, and you'd have your own bar going. This is the Goldmine Room. It is the back 2 bedrooms of the old Ermis house. It has its own bathroom. The floors are original, the walls are original, and we just really restored it to make it clean space for any private functions. We've used it a lot. We've had Christmas parties, retirement parties, baptism parties after, with the church across the street. And it's available, if it's available on the date that you want it, come talk to me and we'll get you set up to use the room.
Hi, I'm Maria Skinner, and I would like to welcome you to our kitchen. This is where all the magic happens here at Double E. We're always busy creating something, and hopefully you come out and you try it and enjoy what we're doing every day. This is my coworker Lisa. She helps make the magic happen here, and we're always working very hard. So I want you to come out, give us a try. You will not be disappointed. I got a love for cooking at a young age. My grandmother was the personal cook for Lyndon Johnson at his ranch in Johnson City, in Stonewall, Texas. And my mother was a great cook, so I always grew up in the kitchen. And I come from a long line of great cooks. I've had my own catering company, but this here is the best job I've ever had as far as being in complete creative control, and I love it. So this is my mark on the world. So I hope everybody in Austin County, Harris County, come out and give us a try. Okay? I want to show you my newest toy that my wonderful boss and her husband bought me. We will be debuting our barbecue on Cinco de Mayo, and I just want Austin County to know that anybody that thinks they have the best barbecue, I will give a run for their money. We will be having brisket, ribs, so you guys stay tuned. Find out what's going on because we always have something exciting going on at Double E.
Well, there you go. We'd like to thank Ermis's for their generous hospitality and letting us sample their wonderful food. If you'd like to come out and visit them, they're just west of Houston, down I-10 in Frydek, Texas. Their address is 10108 FM 1458, Sealy, Texas 77474. Or you can give them a call at 979-885-6556. or visit them on the web at eewings.com. If you know of a restaurant in our area that should be featured on Down Home Dining, drop us a line at publisher@austincountynewsonline.com and tell us a little bit about it. Or give us a call at 979-253-1785, and we'll do our best to get out and see them. And that's our show. I'm Greg Stissel, and we'll see you next time on Down Home Dining.